I want to introduce you all to Ali Gonzalez. Ali Gonzalez is the head of paid media at Abogados now. So Ali, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ali Gonzalez. I've been the head of paid media of Abogados now since 2020. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So at the company, we like to start the year by saying, what are all the things that are new? What are all the things that have changed? I think most of you are the most interested in Google. A lot of these changes you will have noticed in your periphery, but we aren't going to talk about them because they are changing the landscape entirely. So Ali, what is the first thing we should know about Google Ads in 2026?
Well, we need to see the shift that has happened on the search engine results page. So you can see how it was on 2023 and how it is going to be, or it starts to be on 2026. So in 2023, it was mostly ads. So the first thing you saw, it was like 4 ads that were occupying most of the mobile screen, or most of our campaigns are mobile, so I want to focus on that. And now it's the AI overview, so that's AIO. And so if you don't do anything right now, the cost of that will be you falling below the fold.
Yeah, a bit of an experiment. I like to ask the people in my life how far they scroll down on Google, and the answer is a sovereign not very far. It's a very small scroll. So we used to have like looking for an attorney kind of keyword search. Now we are in a get an answer mode. Ali's gonna tell us a little bit more about that. So what's happening with keywords?
So the keywords are dying. What Google is tracking right now is your browsing behavior, stage triggers, and semantic intent. And semantic intent, so people usually used to Google like lawyer near me, personal injury lawyer near me. Now they are Googling questions. So what to do if I fell on a store? How do I file a personal injury claim? How do I get divorced? How do I get this visa? So that is semantic intent, and Google is trying to answer your questions. So that is the first thing. The second thing is that if Google is doing now the targeting using those signals, what you need to teach is the AI. So Google has gone from being a librarian that just open a drawer, select like the most relevant ad for your keyword, to become like a predictive engine. So in order to feed Google like the best information you have, will be connecting your CRM. So your CRM has become your most important tool, and you need to guide Google now via these signals and your CRM.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but it is a huge change. I think we all can see it. Going from keywords to predictive answers is completely different, but there are things we can do about that, and it's actually going to be quite exciting. So, Ali, how do I win the AI overview? How do I show up there?
So this is an example of something I Googled. I fell on a store, right? And this is the answer Google gave me on my cell phone. So it tells me what to do. And you can see like in the top below, like my battery, you can see that it selected 6 different sources to give me that answer. And that happened like in less than a second. So it's reading all your websites or your landing pages. And then after it's giving me the AI overview, it's actually showing me just one ad or one lawyer to contact. So how do you win this? Um,
How do I win?
uh, you need to rely heavily on assets. You need to become the source. So this has, for example, ad extension. So on the first one, you can see that it has an image and it has site links that will answer the question that you are Googling. So you can build now in your landing pages like questions so that it gives Google all the answers and know that your ad is relevant for that question that has been asked.
Yeah. I think as Hugo mentioned, tomorrow we're going to be talking a little bit about landing pages and what needs to be in there. But yes, keep in mind your landing page was always a very important tool. It is now an essential tool that you cannot miss.
Yeah. So another thing is using the EEAT strategy. So That's experience, expertise, authority, and trust, right? So as I said, the AI just read like 6 sources to give me that answer. So Google is scanning your landing page, your attorney bios, your credentials, your case results, and it's looking if you are relevant for the location where that person just Googled something. So highlighting your local wins, it's very important. So I'm going to show you an example of one fan page, one landing page that we did for a client that has everything. So this is a tenant lawyer. So of course we need like a flashy headline, but then it explains exactly what types of cases he takes. And then it has some icons, and then it has a video that we produced for him that it's very explanatory. AI is reading videos, is reading, and we will hear more about it tomorrow. So come tomorrow. But it's reading like the intention, the voice, everything that you're putting on that video is feeding the AI too. And then we took one of their Google reviews, and that is also important because that is building the trust. And we didn't just select any random Google review. So this particular Google review has the amount that the lawyer won, and it also has the location. So it says it happened in Oakland, California. So that is giving like the local trust that Google is searching for. And it also like it helps for the people. Like people don't read that much, to be honest, but it helps the AI to learn. So you still have to put it. And then we have the bio of the lawyer. So those like landing pages that used to have like what type of cases you have, like the form and a submit button to either the call or to call, they are not working anymore. It will cost you a lot on the quality and on your cost per click.
Yeah.
So try to expand it.
And for the record, it used to work. We used to be a part of the camp that was like, these landing pages need to be as simple as possible. Is not where we're at right now. If you're going to get reviews from your client, as Ali mentioned, make sure they're as specific as possible. Those reviews that are like great work are not doing much for you to look trustworthy or authoritative. So when you ask your client and you need this because it's a Google review, Google likes it even more, make sure that they're as specific as possible. Um, this happened in Oakland, California. It was this kind of case, this kind of thing. This attorney helped me. The more detailed, the better. So yes, landing pages now need to have information, not like a website.
Yeah.
We'll go that tomorrow.
Another thing you can do is add like the frequent questions asked, because as I said, Google people are now Googling questions. So if the answer is in your landing page, like the probabilities of that ad being shown are much, much higher. So I know we like short landing pages because we think that's what works best, but it's not that case anymore. So
Yeah, but also, well, we'll talk about that on the landing page one. I was going to extend this. Okay, so what do are all the people watching us right now? What do they need to ask their marketeers if they are doing?
okay. So first, you need to tell your team to turn off enhanced conversions. Enhanced conversions is a secure handshake between Google Ads and your CRM or your data. So it hashes like emails and phone numbers so that when you feedback that information to Google, they can like actually match to your campaign. The AI is as intelligent as the information you give them. So if you don't feed the AI, it will think like a 30-second phone call, it's enough for you. And it is not. You want to send them like your appointments. Of course, at the beginning of the campaign, you are not going to retain cases because the AI is learning. But maybe you have appointments. Maybe you had a case that was this close to be a client. Send that one. Send all the cases that were relevant until you can feed the AI more and more information. And that is so important that you give feedback to Google.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think just so you know, we had a client one time that was not providing this, and the AI was like, "Wow, this is an incredible campaign. All the calls are very long. This is awesome." Uh, the intake person was a very lovely lady who liked to talk. So actually, the calls were not relevant, and the ones that were relevant, we didn't know. So the AI was producing more and more of those codes that were not relevant to a practice area. Because of this, you need to train it. Information is the most valuable currency you have right now. Use it.
Yeah. And the other one, sorry, Andrea.
No, go ahead.
The other one is the schema markup. The schema markup is a language built for computers so that the AI can understand. It's like a bullet point of all the things you do that a computer can read. So it won't be visible to people, but your developer can like write like a little code for it so that the AI reads it. So you can build in there like the frequent questions asked, where are you located, where are your latest wins, and everything. So it is very important because again, we are trying to win the AIO. That is the AI overview.
You are not, you don't need to be a developer or a programmer. This is just for you to ask your marketing people, are we using a schema markup? Are we using enhanced conversions? That is it. We have a question, so we might answer it right now, Ali. They're asking if we recommend to have the website in Spanish. Well, I can answer that. Yes, absolutely. If you're running ads in Spanish, your website needs to be in Spanish, your landing page needs to be in Spanish, everything you've ever done needs to be in Spanish. We will also talk more about that on the landing page panel tomorrow.
Okay. So this is looking very scary, and you're probably like, wow, what do I do? This has changed so much. Like, if I'm not doing keywords, what do I do? So this is a clear roadmap from your next 90 days. So we are already in 2026, right? So you don't want to react to what is happening. You want to get ahead. So in order to win other competitors, just try to get ahead of them. So first, audit your CRM data health. Do you know which lead comes from Google Ads or from Meta or from your sources? Is your team moving that lead to the right stages? Then implement enhanced conversions so that you can actually send that data to Google and Google can learn from it. You will send that data as an offline conversion and then set that as a goal. And then rewrite your landing page for AI style direct answers. Again, frequent questions asked, bios, credentials, reviews on your landing page, the schema markup, and then shift your budget. Now that you have everything, that you are sending those offline conversions, that Google knows what's happening, shift your budget away from keywords to that particular goal. That will help Google a lot. So once you do that, you can start creating an AI campaign, a performance max campaign, but that has to have like information. So wait like 90 days after you did the first changes to do that.
Okay. To recap for everyone, right now the future is hybrid. There are still keywords, obviously, but they don't have the value and the power that they used to have. Now you need to incorporate the AI. So you need both things. It is no longer a choice on whether you can do one or the other. It is hybrid. For now, at least, everything that we tell you is what's happening right now. This is developing very quickly, and you need to stay up to date with all the news. Ali, people are asking if the LSA leads still need to be manually updated.
Yes. So again, we're trying to teach the AI. So if you don't update them, the AI doesn't know. So it will think that an unrelevant lead was relevant. So yeah, that is our job right now. It's to guide the AI, give them all the information you have. I know it sounds kind of tedious, but you need to work with it, not against it. You can't fight it. This is happening.
Yeah. So I think that kind of covers the changes. As Ali mentioned, the main thing is that you need to have the schema markup language, is that we are not having keywords anymore. It's becoming AI predicted. We gave you some recommendation on the things you have to add on your ad extensions and on your landing pages. What else, Ali? Just putting everything.
Yeah, remember that the search result page used to take for ads like 100%. Now it's 20%. So you need to win that AI overview. You need to be that one that's being shown because it will be one instead of like 6 ads. How long needs the feedback to be for LSA? not very long, but like enough information. Was this relevant? Were you able to take the case? Is it close to be like the case you would take, but something happened, like they are missing papers, or maybe they didn't go to the doctor appointments, but the accident happened and they were injured, they were not at fault. All of that information, it is relevant.
Yeah, you don't want to tell it that something wasn't relevant just because it couldn't become a case. It's a slippery slope over there. So it should be a separate website landing page or a website that can be converted into Spanish language. Okay, here's what I'm going to say about that. It can be the same one. You can have an English Spanish website, but it should not be Google translated with a button automatically, because that does not give authority, that does not give trustworthiness. It should be written in Spanish originally from the very beginning. The landing page should also not be translated. If you're running ads, you're running them in a specific language. So people should not be clicking and then being confused. I'm personally looking for something, I click and then it's suddenly Mandarin and I'm going to be super confused. So you need to make sure that you have all the infrastructure built if you are advertising in Spanish or working on it. If you're doing this in English, then it's fine. But for the Hispanic market, yes, website and landing pages should be in English.
Yeah, and if you can use your website as a landing page, you can. It is not the idea. Like websites have a lot like escape routes, and your landing page needs to be it doesn't need to be short anymore, but it needs to compact a lot of information in one single page. What happens if you don't have a CRM? You can actually put all your leads in a Google Sheet, like name, phone number, email address. That should be enough. And you can upload that list on Google Ads of the relevant ones once a week or twice a month max, so that Google learns.
Yeah, so we still will recommend to have a CRM, especially as volume grows. There are many options available. All of our clients use different ones. But if not, the Google Sheet alternative is enough to feed the AI as a starting point. What options are best for LSA leads besides calls?
So LSA, it's kind of a black box. So we don't know much how Google sends that information. I actually filled the other day an LSA ad, and it told me that it was going to send the same information to 6 other lawyers. So that is a little concerning right now. It is reading all the information available. So your website, your landing pages, your social media. So the best thing will be have that schema markup so that you give the AI all the information, and that will enhance also your LSA campaigns.
Okay, everyone. If there are any other questions, please feel free to email them to us. We'll be more than happy to answer. For now, we're going to wrap this up and take a little quick break before we go to our next panel. So thank you so much for listening to us, and please stay there. Bye.
Come back tomorrow.